Hey everyone, I'm recording this video just almost more as a advice than anything else. As some of you know, I had a major heart attack because of blockage. One of my arteries collapsed on my heart. Um, and it was misdiagnosed and all sorts of madness, and it didn't get properly diagnosed till um, November, December, and they went in and looked around. They weren't able to stent the artery, and so I'm taking medication and doing physical therapy, and there's there's, there's improvement. I mean, I'm still miserable most of the time. Okay, not gonna lie, but it's slightly less miserable more of the time, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. Um, the thing is, I, with various jobs, the health insurance required annual checkups. And one of the things they always check is cholesterol and this and that. And my cholesterol was never high. My good cholesterol was low a couple times, but um, it was never high, which is what, they say causes blockage and heart attacks and stuff. Um, my cardiologist noted that I take some stuff for depression and anxiety. I was in a very bad situation that messed me up pretty good, and I don't know how stable I was before that. um, I like to joke and stuff, and one of the things I like to joke about is I like to joke about being lazy and eating crap. Okay, I don't know why. I just think it's fun to put on that comedic personality. But for the most part, I was a fighter most of my life. Um, I did smoke. I'm not gonna lie. I smoked, and that's bad. I quit a while back. Um, but otherwise, I I exercised all the time. I mean, all the time. And because that's what happens when you're a professional athlete. You exercise all the time. Um, my mom always made us eat healthy. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, always made us eat healthy. Uh, my grandma uncle, we ate farm food, which if you don't have relatives that live on a farm, you don't know, but it tastes amazing. Anyway, um, and then when I was married, as bad as that was, there were big chunks of time that she would have us eating healthy and stuff. And then my baby mama, uh, she we ate good. She she was great. She was great. I mean, as great as an ex can be. So it wasn't really ever lack of diet or exercise or anything. Basically, what they've got it down to is that all the stress and anxiety, various career, parenting, monetary type things. You know, I think sometimes people do things just to be a jerk or try to feel like they're superior or reinforce they're in charge or whatever. That can cause a lot of stress for a lot of people. And government stuff. Um, as some of you know, I'm kind of big on men's rights. There's a reason for that. Uh, there's always these marches for women equality, which I have two daughters, man. Okay, and I think they should rule the world. The problem is, you ask people marching for women's rights. Well, what rights are you denied? Because I can name rights that women have that men do not, and that is the reason why single dads have the highest suicide rate. Is because of that inequality in the government. Okay. Obviously, I didn't commit suicide, but it can be really hard. It can be really hard, and it's just too much stress on my heart. Uh, so what I'm saying to you is, if you're in a bad situation, you need to get out because it can kill you. You know, if you have some big stressors, you need to make it a priority to get those taken care of because again, that stuff is so easy to, oh, it's in my head. I can ignore it, push push through, and you might be ignoring it, but all that stress, because it's the threat to you. So your amygdala, that's part of your brain, survival replication. Your amygdala uh, sends all sorts of messages to all different parts of your body with the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Your heart actually has more of the of not nerve endings, but like neurons and stuff, other than your brain. Yeah, you can kind of literally have a second brain in your heart. That's why we have these examples of my heart skips a beat, or I was heartbroken, or whatever, trust your gut, stuff like that. It's because your instincts communicate to you through that parasympathetic nervous system, often um, from the heart. It sends a message to the heart, and the heart sends the message out to the rest of your body. I'm paraphrasing. This is Reader's Digest version of how this works, but more or less. And it can cause you very real, serious harm that all the king's horses and all the king's men can't put you back together again. There's no, there doesn't seem to be any quick, easy fix for my heart. And it's made it impossible for me to live any kind of life I'm actually interested in living, which doesn't help anything either. So and I'm doing everything I can and everything, but I just wanted to say to everyone out there that if you're having even some minor issues, up here, stress here in your heart, you you need to take care of that. You need to take it very seriously, more seriously than you take cholesterol, um, because it it can break your heart literally just as easily, if not more. And it's hard to accept, but I'm living proof here of it. So take care of yourself. Be good to people. Just be nice. I find myself saying that to people a lot. I There have been various people over the years since I moved to Las Vegas that I've kind of mentored in customer service. I guess it's not entirely accurate, but if you're just nice to people, man, you know, it's easier for you. It's easier for them, and it doesn't take any longer or any more effort just to be nice, you know? And a lot of people say I'm a sarcastic dick who makes a lot of jokes at everyone and everything's expense, and there's a little bit of truth to that, but I don't mean it. I don't mean harm by it, you know. But take care of yourself. Uh, take care of your emotional intelligence, which is something I just recently discovered is a thing. There are some great programs out there to help you develop um, your EQ and teach your children, you know, how to have a healthy emotional, uh, not, the emotional quotient, the EQ, the emotional intelligence. I think it's a very important skill for people to learn because today's world isn't what our parents were raised in. It's not really what people my age were raised in. It's just different, and we don't have the genetics to deal with the world we've created. We genetically we're entirely outdated machines. We're made to live in villages of 50 people or so on a genetic level. Genetic change just takes a long time to really grab hold. So when you have a lot of these new types of realities, and even just massive population centers, things like that, where we don't have we aren't naturally given the equipment to handle that. So don't just focus on your kids' IQ. Don't just focus on their grades. Focus on their emotional intelligence as well. Just take care of yourself and your friends and your family. Be nice, and the world would really be a lot better place. And it's what you need to do for your health, because the way this feels, it's kind of like if someone's squeezing your heart and then periodically stabbing you and pushing down on your lungs, and it's bad. You don't want this. So take care.